Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got. It starts on Tuesday, February the 25th. It goes to next Tuesday, March the 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. Alright, we get some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out to get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. That way, if your brains make a new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome. The great comments and tips are greatly appreciated. Okay, if you are wondering why I have a little bit more score going on than you, take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost going on right now. Of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10% equaling 25%. Of course, you can claim that by being a Fallout First member or by paying 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Now, this is the second week of Fasnacht Day activities. Of course, Fasnacht happens right over here in good old Helvetia. Unfortunately, I had kind of missed the boat here a little bit there starting this video, but we did do a Fasnacht Day during the daily challenge video. You can check that out if you so wish. Let's take a look at these challenges here. Alright, we do have our work cut out for us here today. Let's take a look at this one here. Craft or scrap clothing, armor, or a weapon 25. Now, it's very easy to get armor and weapons off of killing enemies. Of course, you do have to remember that the drop rate has been significantly reduced since December 3rd, 2024 update. So if you are returning to the game, and if you notice that, hey, wonder why I'm not getting as many armor or weapons from killing enemies, well, that's what's going on, right? So just a little FYI from there. You could do the Fasnacht Day activities. Of course, we do have some super mutants during that activity, so it's a good way to get some armor and weapons that way as well. Now, what you can also do is you can craft clothing, armor, weapons right at your associated workbenches. So, of course, clothing and armor at the armor workbench, weapons at the weapons workbench. All right, so just an FYI there. And something you can do too, go to our weapons workbench here, is usually what I kind of mention to people is nice, quick, and easy. If you go to weapons workbench and you go craft, go down here to throwing weapons. These throwing knives is a default plan you learn right at level 1, right out of Vault 76. As long as you have the steel for it, you're good to go. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's craft about 10 of them. All right, see that? 10 for 25. Very, very easy. You don't even have to leave your camp. Okay, so just an FYI there, okay, for that one there. If you are looking for clothing, there is some clothing in terms of hats, etc. There's a lot of clothing right over here at the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. And there's some clothing up here at the White Powder Winter Sports, just to name a couple of places there for you. All right, so just an FYI. I find Grafton Monsters a good source of armor, usually about 2 pieces of armor. So there's one just south of Hemlock Holes. There's a guy just north of Charleston Train Yard in a little dumping ground area. There's one in between the Charleston Capitol Building and the Somerville's Dam in that little Black River. And just an FYI, you can always go after a couple of Grafton Monsters. So I did do Fasnacht Day earlier, and I wasn't able to scrap the weapons that I got. So let's go ahead and do that here. I didn't really get a whole lot here, so let's go ahead. We're going to scrap these throwing knives that we just crafted here. Alright, so there's another 10 just like that. Let's go ahead. We're going to scrap this bad boy. We're going to scrap this guy. Let's check to see what armor we got. Let's scrap this. And all this stuff I got was completing just one trip of Fasnacht Day. So just an FYI. It's pretty decent. So there we go. There we go. Craft or scrap, clothing, armor, or weapons. 25 for 25. Done. Nice, quick, and easy. This old little guy there, little guy. I called him Buddy earlier, but that's the little guy. Buddy's the cat. Let's see what's next here. Let's go ahead, drink tea 5. So you see I have one done already. Of Of course, we covered that during the daily challenge video. You can check that out if you so wish. But we do have a company tea machine here in game, and we got this on the very last scoreboard we ever had. It was scoreboard 15. It was available for everyone, this company tea machine. Now there's 2 other variants of this you could buy in the atomic shop when they're there once in a while, so it's always good to keep an eye out. But they will passively collect 5 company tea while you play the game, and this is by far, this is huge. Like, you know, nice little camp resource, just saves you a lot of time, right? And I do realize not everyone's going to have a company tea machine, so you can always craft your own tea if you so wish. So let's take a look at our cooking station here. If we go down to all drinks, you go down here to simple blood leaf tea. Now, simple blood leaf tea, the reason why I use this one here, because blood leaves are very easy to find, especially in around the Flatwoods area, and of course boiled water and wood. And you learn simple blood leaf tea automatically as soon as you pick up a blood leaf. Alright, so just an FYI. Now, we can find blood leaves in around most waterways and around the wasteland, doesn't matter where you are, but there's quite a few of them right in between the wayward, right down here, the Flatwoods. Alright, so just an FYI. There is a perk card that will help us out here. If you go under perception, it's called Green Thumb. We've twice as much when harvesting flora, so instead of 1, you pick up 2. Alright, so that perk card is really going to help us out here. So let's head out back. The good old wayward here. Right, so again, if you are a brand new character, all you do is you harvest. As soon as you harvest a blood leaf, you will learn simple blood leaf tea. It is that simple, alright? Let's pop over here. I believe these ones here will count as 1, 2. Alright, so we have 2, 4, 6, just like that, right? So let's head back to our camp here. Now, you can do this at any cooking stove at all, as long as you have boiled water. Of course, 2 dirty water equals 1 boiled water, and of course you can get that from any body of water as long as it's not toxic water. And if you have a little water boiler here, it does save you a little bit of time from having to get the dirty water and boiling it, because it already gives you boiled water, right? So if you do have that available to you, it just saves you a little bit of time. Again, camp resources is the way to go. Right, let's go to our cooking stove here. Let's go to all drinks, simple blood leaf tea. Let's craft all 5 of them here. Right, done just like that. And again, a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a blood leaf. We head over here. I just like to kind of show under stats and effects that I am a carnivore mutation. And let's go under stats here. We'll go under new, and we'll drink our simple blood leaf tea. Looks like we got to go under food and drink here. All right, let's go ahead and drink them. There we go, drink a tea, 5 for 5, done. And again, if you do have the company tea machine or one of its variants, it just saves you a whack of time. Probably save you about 5 minutes there, okay? FYI. Alright, let's take a look to see what's next here. Alright. Scrap energy to produce concrete 30. So concrete is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at the Tinker's Workbench. So let's go ahead and go craft at the Tinker's Workbench here. We're going to go bulk, go to the C section. So to bulk 1 concrete, you need 15 concrete scrap and 2 plastic. So in our case, we have to bulk 2 of them. So you bulk 2 of them and you scrap them. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this weekly challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for the people that are kind of, you know, just want to get things done quick and easy so they can move on with life, okay? But there is some great spots we can find concrete. We can get concrete scrap. If you do happen to have this bad boy here, gives us concrete scrap, this cement truck, okay? So just if you do have that available to you, that is a good way to get concrete. We can find bags of concrete out behind Clancy Manor, right up here, right where the cultists are. And if you go after the garden gnomes will have concrete as well. And of course, there's a whole patch of them right down here in good old Huntersville. The house on the right-hand side just out back. And of course, out behind the General Steakhouse, there's a nice little patch of them back there as well. All right. So let's go after the bags of concrete here today. Let's go up here to Clancy Manor. It's going to put a little bit more into the video, but that's fine. I still like to show people where you can find this stuff. Now, I believe if you go around the power plants in around the wasteland, I believe you can find quite a bit of concrete in around the power plant. So you can always try, you know, going around them if you so wish, if you're really hard up. Alright, so let's try to sneak out back here. So there should be some bags of concrete just out back. Oh, there we go. So there's a bag of cement right there. If we see the bag of cement gives us 7 concrete each, right? So that's pretty good, right? And there's all kinds of them right here. Nice. That is a good little pocket there. And I believe there's some more on the other side. Let's take a look here. We can sneak by. We're in caution here now. Like that, there's more bags of concrete here. All right, so just an FYI. So let's head back to our camp here real quick, and we'll scrap them. Again, there it is. We can scrap them out back here. All right, let's get back to our camp here before we get had again. There we go. I heard some rustling around behind us. I knew we had been had by someone. One of those cultists. Again, you can go to any workbench at all to scrap this stuff at other players' camp if you so wish, a train station, what have you. Yeah, let's go ahead and scrap these up here. 7 bags of concrete. Done just like that. All kinds of concrete there. Nice. That is a really good spot right up behind the Clancy Manor. And again, the guard gnomes, they have concrete in them. But the fastest, quickest, easiest way is the bulk and scrap method every time. Wins every time. Alright, let's see what's next here. Alright. Collect a burnt book 25. Okay, so I do have a couple of great spots to find burnt books. Of course, one of the best spots is right down here in Summersville. It's a house on the right-hand side. Now, as I mentioned to you all the time, I do have a video on this, but I also do get a lot of comments from people who go to that house. And unfortunately for them, they have the server hop about 12 or 13 times just to get a burnt book, because the problem is everyone has a limit when they pick things up. So to reset that limit, they have to pick up 250, 255 items. So it is possible you can server hop that house 10 times and get no burnt books. Depends on the server that you're on, because they just clean it out, and that's how they reset their game. So that is a very popular spot. Okay, now we can find some burnt books if you come here to the overseer's home, but you don't go to the home itself. You actually spawn a little bit down here, and just off the other side of the train tracks is a small blue house. That is the overseer's childhood home, and there should be about 5 or 6 of them upstairs. And of course, right here in Helvetia, it'll be the bluish house right across the street from the yellow house on the corner on the main road. If you head upstairs, there's a couple bookshelves there. There should be about a half a dozen burnt books up there as well. But of course, we do need quite a few burnt books for your best bet is come right down here to Summersville. Unfortunately, if you do have Fallout First, you do have private servers. Just go to a private server to get it, because you'll be server hopping quite a bit, from what I've been told lately from people trying to come here after burnt books. All right, so just an FYI there, just to let you know. Let's get rid of these ghouls here. Close this door. So as you can see, all kinds of burnt books here right up the stairs. There's 2 doors, 2 bedrooms upstairs is just loaded. All kinds of burnt books down here as well. Okay, so, and I usually kind of bring people here just to show it in a video that is still valid here today. It's just that people are kind of unfortunate, and they're just getting server after server of bad luck, basically. All right, so just an FYI. So there's our boy there. Let's head upstairs to show you the 2 upstairs. Again, all kinds of burnt books here, tons of them. And that's why people like to utilize this place to reset their game. And yeah, just an FYI there. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, unless you have private servers like what I'm on right now. All right, let's see what's next here. Let's go ahead, kill it. No, we'll wait for that one there. Let's go ahead, kill a human enemy 30. So again, human enemies, we're talking about cultists. We're talking about Blood Eagles and Communists, okay? You see I have a little bit done there already because we went after some Communists during our daily challenge video, and we found them down here in Camp Liberty. So that's the only place we can find them down there. But in terms of Blood Eagles, we're thinking about this icon right here in the map, and Cultists are this type of icon. One of the few exceptions to that is, of course, right here at Point Pleasant, but of course we know there's about 20 cultists here, a real good spot, alright? So nice squishy guys here for most people if you're lower level. The Crosshair, Clancy Manor, we have Oregon Cave. There's just 3 different entrances to bring into the same cave. We have good old Twin Pine Cabins, Hunter's Ridge, again we talked about Point Pleasant here, Kanawha County Cemetery. We have good old Blood Eagle Alley, I like to call it, starts down here at the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox. This works its way up this little mountain range, meets up with the highway. We have the Pigsty, Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp up here, good old Ripper Alley, Crimson Prospect, Lucky Hole Mine, and of course right down here Camp Liberty. So all kinds of great options for human enemies, okay? Let's go to good old Point Pleasant here. I would say there's at least 20 cultists here, so this is a real good spot. So while we are here going after these cultists, okay, let's take a look at another weekly here. Collect Stimpaks or Chems 20, okay? So human enemies are also a good source of Stimpaks. I'm not saying every single one will have a Stimpak on them, but you guys have seen me play enough where cultists, Blood Eagles, Communists will usually have 1 to 3 Stimpaks on them every second one. Alright, so just an FYI, while you're going after the humans, you can collect your Stimpaks at the same time, okay? Now, in terms of chems, okay, you can also collect a lot of chems here. I think the most chems in total, in addition to picking up Stimpaks from the cultists, is right here at Point Pleasant. I think one time, this was like last year, the year before, I picked up 30 here during our weekly challenge video. It was quite something. Just here at this one spot, Point Pleasant. Alright, so just an FYI. Gilman Lumber Mill is also a pretty good spot for some chems, okay? You can buy chems from medical dispensers. You can find medical dispensers at every train station, down at the White Spring Mall, right over here at the Nuka World on Tour, and the Trading Post. As long as you have the caps for it, you can buy it from the medical dispensers. You can also buy Stimpak and chems from other players' vendors. Okay, that's also another option for you for collecting Stimpak and chems. And you can also craft them at a chemistry workbench if you so wish. Alright, so just an FYI. So we're going to go ahead here. We're going to kill these human enemies at the same time. We're going to be picking up chems as we go. Alright, so they're pretty much like a one-stop shop here for this stuff. Alright, let's take a look here. So there's 2 Stimpaks here, right? Just an FYI there. Let's lock and load. Alright, let's keep going here. He's too far away. This shotgun. As you can see, we're picking up chems at the same time that we're killing these human enemies. This is just what my suggestion to you guys, whatever you want to do. There's just some chems right here as well. Lock and load here. Good shot. Oh, he's being protected there.
I fear nothing. The mock has me. I will live forever. It's I regret nothing.
He's too far away. Get some mentats here. Great mentats at that. Nice job, Jimmy. Lock and load, baby. You're gonna be yielding here soon. Oh. Lock and load, Jimmy. Amazing. Amazing. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a hard fall, wasn't it? Alright, good stuff. Alright. So as you saw there, we just got rid of these human enemies here. That was pretty quick. Alright. So let's go ahead. We're going to head back to our camp. We can make it there. Oh, we can't because we are full. Let's go ahead and drop some stuff here. Funny how they do right where we were at.
I join you in eternity.
Another Stimpak on him there, nice. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, Jimmy, old pal. Burnt book right there. Okay, so we're in caution there now, so hopefully it stays like that for a little bit. Let's go ahead. We're gonna try to drop some stuff here that we don't need. All right. No, that's not gonna do it. What we need to do is we need to get to a workbench and scrap this junk that we have. What we need to do. I think there's one right down here we can use. There we go. This'll do it. There we go. There we go. That we did it. Okay. Let's head back to our camp now. You can go ahead and go through this place. The church is a pretty good spot for chems. There's a lot of shelving in there, so we could definitely do it that way as well. And as we go back to our camp, we're going to end up crafting. And that's going to lead us into the next daily where we actually have to craft chems, and we'll do it at the same time. All right. Let's go ahead here. Alright, let's take a look at these challenges here. So, collect Stimpaks or chems, okay. And then we gotta craft chems, any chems at all, 6, okay. So we're actually gonna do some crafting here. So if we do have a chemistry station, so this is a reskin of the basic chemistry station that we get. To get a chemistry station, all you do is a brand new character. You come down here to Flatwoods. You go to the tavern. There'll be a couple little kiosks there that you interact with, and you do probably the very first quest of the game where you become a responder, and you should get the chemistry workbench plan from completing those, okay? Another good way to get the plan is you come here to Morgantown Station. There's an actual chemistry workbench here, but the plan sometimes, I would say 90% of the time, is right on the floor next to it. All right, so just an FYI. Let's go ahead. We're going to go craft here, and let's take a look at something. So we're going to go down here to healing. And what we're going to use here is Stimpaks, okay? Now, you do the same thing for Rad Away. Now, we can't craft Rad X, but you can still craft Diluted times 2. But the Diluted times 2, as you can see, 2 purified water, 1 Rad Away. And for the Stimpak, 2 purified water and 1 Stimpak, okay? You can create the diluted version of that. Now, let's take a look. There is a perk card that will help us out here, or a couple perk cards, I should say. Under Intelligence, it'll be called Chemist, so you get double the quantity when you craft chems, okay? And then, of course, when you do craft anything at all, under Luck, we do have the perk card called Super Duper, all right? So if you don't have a level 3, if you have a level 1 or level 2, apply it. It's only going to help you, okay? This level 3, when you craft anything, there's a 30% chance you get double results. Let's go ahead and add that bad boy on. Let's go back to our chemistry workbench here. Go back under Healing. And as you can see, instead of 2, it's 4. But as you see, the requirements is the same amount of requirements as if you were crafting Diluted times 2. All right, so just an FYI there. So let's go ahead. We're going to craft 5 of these bad boys. All right, done. Just did that. Craft any chems 6 for 6. Collect Stimpaks or chems 20 for 20. Okay, so you can also do it that way as well. If you don't have the time to go after, go to those places, you can just craft them, which counts as collect because you got to craft them anyway. All right, so just an FYI there. Just kind of saves you a little bit of time. Just don't forget to put your perk cards back to where you had them. If I can remember what I had here before, be great. There we go. All right, and with that one, we just completed 2 at the same time. Right, pretty good spot there. Let's check to see what we got next here. All right. Complete an event while well fed 10. So we are going to complete 10 events here in this episode. We will just complete 1, okay? But the main thing you have to remember is you have to be either well fed or fully fed, okay? Now, if you're, if you've been playing for a while, you pretty much know by at the bottom right hand screen if you're well fed or fully fed. You don't bother looking at the drink bar, okay? It's only the food bar, the one on the left, okay? So just an FYI. But you can always check your Pip Boy. You go under stats here, you go under effects, and then you scroll down. As you can see there, well fed. Now I've seen well fed go as far down as 63%, so just an FYI. As long as you're well fed or fully fed, it's going to work, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to make ourselves fully fed here. Again, you don't have to worry about the drink, just the food portion of it. So just an FYI there if you guys are wondering. Let's get some pemmican in us here. If I can find it, there we go. So now let's check that again under stats. And as you can see here, I am now fully fed 100%, all right? And if you take a look at the description, there's a link to a video. It's called Complete Events for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. We don't do every event in the game. We do quite a few of them. And quite a few of them are some events that we can spawn in ourselves. Now, we can't spawn in every event in the game, but there is a handful that we can just by simply going to that area. And you can check out that video if you so wish, because we've all been on those servers. There's just nothing going on. And especially private ones, I find sometimes there's no events or an event that's going to take too long or one I just don't want to do. So just an FYI, you can check out that video if you're having a hard time trying to find to do events, all right? Let's take a look here in the map here and see what we got going on. We have Leader of the Pack that will take a little bit here. We have Guided Meditation. What else we got here? Looks like we got an Enclave one. AWL. What else we got going on here? Alright, that's pretty much it. Let's go down here to Voltaic Agricultural Research Center, and we'll try to spawn in fertile soil. Now you can spawn in events whether you're on public servers or private ones. You can spawn in both. The only difference is it's a little bit harder to spawn in events on public ones, especially if it's old server. You don't know when it was spawned in last, and every event has like a different cooldown period. Most of them are 30 minutes, but some of them are like 3 hours, so just an FYI there. Now, this is probably one of the first events you do as a brand new player. Now this is a good one to do at any level. Robots are a good source of steel, aluminum, and lead. Just an FYI. If I can get over this, whatever I'm caught on there we go. It's lock and load, baby. Okay. Now you can go through that little fun house of robots if you so wish, but you don't have to. You can just climb the stairs here. You don't need a jetpack to get up here, and just make your way. If you're here just to do the event, you can just go in from the roof. That's what I prefer.
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors.
Let's lock and load.
Good job. Responder team, proceed to the Ag Center and get to the mainframe.
There we go.
Reset the farmhand targeting.
Kind of froze up there a little bit.
That should keep our people
Let's head
moving in the area.
downstairs here.
Be careful.
There's going to be some ghouls down here. Let's go to our little terminal here. Alright, done just like that. And again, the main thing is you have to be either well fed or fully fed. That's the main thing you got to remember. Alright, so we did one here, and that's pretty much all we're going to do. You guys will get the gist of it. You guys, again, we have all week to do it. You can do Fasnacht, 10 times. I'm sure everyone is on the ball with that every hour, on top of the hour. So there should be no problem completing those events this week. Alright, let's see what's next here. Kill a Gulper 10. Alright, so I say this one for last because we will probably have to server hop for this one. So we can find Gulpers in a couple great spots in around the wasteland. If you come over here to Dire Chemical, you actually spawn a little bit to the north, and just off to the side of the road there's 2 of them. And right over here, Gulper Lagoon, there's 4 of them up here, so just an FYI. Now sometimes if you go to the workshops here in the mire, you may have to clear the workshop first. Sometimes there are Gulpers there, especially this one. They saw its campground, so just an FYI there. Let's go to Dire Chemical. And Grand Theft Auto, I haven't played that game in a long time. I have not played GTA 5 in, gosh, 3 years? Yeah, a long time. Yeah. I do log on once in a while just to make sure my character is still where he is in terms of level and money and stuff. But I haven't really played it at all. The old GTA 5. That's a game that is well covered by many great YouTubers. Alright, so there's our 2 Gulpers there. This guy here real quick. Oh, slowing down as the cryo effect that's going on there. Good stuff. Now you saw that I had 3 done already, and that is because we did our daily challenge video. So unfortunately there's only 2 here, so let's pop up to the Gulper Lagoon. We'll grab 4 of them up here. Now back in the day, there used to be 6 that used to spawn up here very reliably, but unfortunately not the case anymore. It's only 4 here now. I really wish they wouldn't have changed that. The old cryo effect is coming into effect here. See how he kind of slows down there. Yeah, these guys, this weapon is Right, there we go. So that's 9 of 10. 9 of 10. Let's see what we got here. We'll grab the caps and the shotgun shells. He's got a rat away on him, so... Go. Alright, so, let's, we'll try Dolly Solid's Wilderness while we are here on this server. But you guys get the gist of it. We'll probably end up having a server hop, but I don't really want to. So let's head over towards that workshop, as you can see on our compass there. We will be running into some ticks. There'll be a Yowai bear probably following us. Right there. And he spotted us, I believe. So what do we got here? Oh, they're anglers. Oh, beautiful. It's something that I really don't want to deal with right now. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We are going to server hop. So let's quit this session. And we're going to go to a public one. And hopefully one of those two other locations will have what we need. Cross our fingers. Yeah. Alright, oh, that's okay. Let's go to Dire Chemical. There we go, good stuff. I like when it's nice and quick like that. Alright, let's check. We just need the one more. Oh, good stuff. These guys are here. There we go. Kill a Gulper 10 for 10. Done just like that. And we are in Caution. Beautiful. And the weeklies are done. And as I mentioned, I'm not going to bother doing the other events. You guys get the gist of it. The main thing you have to remember is you have to be well fed or fully fed. Alright, so just an FYI there. Let's head back to our camp, and we'll go over weapon of the day. Oh, we can't go there for some strange reason. Let's just activate the one we had there last week, and we'll go over weapon of the day up here. I am in the process of building a new camp, and I'm hoping by the weekend, next week at the very latest, to kind of show you that. Do a little camp tour. Weapon of the day. It's cold-blooded tactical cold shoulder. Basically just a double barrel shotgun. 4 times ammo capacity. Plus 50% damage to cryptids. Gradual freezing that reduces target movement speed by up to 85% for 4 seconds. Hardened receiver. A line long barrel. A line stock, reflex sight dot, muzzle brake, and cold-blooded paint. And as you guys can maybe tell, maybe you can't tell, it does drip blood. Pretty cool. 20 times 8 damage, 20 times 8 cryo damage, shotgun shells, single fire, and it is quick. Like, you pull that trigger and it is quick. It's a really good weapon. Highly recommend it. Take our perk cards here again. Just shotgunner build here. Master shotgunner, expert shotgunner under strength. Scatter shot's a good one. Skeet shooter's a good one. Concentrated fire grenadier. Suppressor, tenderizer. Covert operative, enforcer's a good one. White knight, adrenaline. These random luck cards, which randomly pops in when they're being activated. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. I'm quite happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Just like that. Nice, quick, and easy one there this week. Again, don't forget this is the second week for Fasnacht Day, and hopefully you guys get your glowing masks and your plans and such. I have yet to get a glowing mask, so I'm hoping, cross my fingers this week I'll get one. But as long as you guys get one, that makes me happy that you guys are able to get those glowing masks and plans. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share me to the channel. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.